Right, so ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to this stream. It is Thursday. It is actually raining outside. There is liquid coming from the sky. What the shit? So if you are in South Australia and you're on the roads, please be careful. It has been a long time since we've had rain, so with this, light coating, it is going to be slippery out there. So please be aware of that. Please drive safely. Today we are continuing the themes or the recipes from Morcster Chef by Actus. They'll start going up on YouTube shortly. So there will be a link in the description to take you to the audiobook, where the book is, where you can find all these recipes. So these recipes I am taking directly out of the book. I'm not really modifying anything. He says about to add more bacon. So yeah, we're doing them. You will notice, there might be a couple of discrepancies. There's not in this one. In the first one we did, there was a slight discrepancy between the ingredients list and what was actually in the recipe. But all is well. So we're just doing these. The first two have been quite tasty. Not overly to my palate, but orange juice is not something I do a lot of cooking with. So rather than it being ooh gross, it was more, wow, this is a flavor I have not experienced and I don't very often deal with. This time, however, this one is definitely one that I have experience with in eating. So today we are doing Arek's Pesto pasta salad. The only the only salad Chef Raoul will ever serve. See, don't worry, that'll make sense if you read the book. So we're going to do that today. What I've done, all I've done so far is I've gotten my pot of water, and I've put it in I've put a pinch of salt in it, and we're just heating it up in preparation to start cooking. Now, there's a couple of things in the recipe that are odd. Doesn't really tell you to cool the pasta or not, but everything else is cold. The bacon is chopped up. So the bacon is kind of warm. The pasta is kind of warm. It doesn't say whether to let it cool or not, and I'm wondering if this is meant to be a hot or a cold salad. Don't know. I think it would probably work either way. Maybe, but it really doesn't say. I'm thinking there's a couple of things like pan fry the bacon. We'll pan fry the bacon. We let it dry on a paper towel, and then cut the bacon into little bits. Then do some other things, and then mix it all into a bowl. So I'm thinking this is meant to be a cold salad. It's got bacon in it, so how much of a salad can it be? So yeah, we're gonna have a go at this. I'll probably end up serving this one cold. We'll see how it goes. The mighty blender. Alright, so we're going to start with the pesto and a lid that won't come off. Now, it says the recipe calls for 2 cups of basil. I've got 2 20-gram packets. I'm figuring that one is about a cup. So I'm just going to throw this whole thing in there. That's a lot of basil. It's going to be very basil-y. Oops. Alright. Alright, so we throw that in. We're throwing in 3 to 5 cloves of garlic. Now, it is me, so it's going to be 5 cloves. Oh, fresh. Uh-oh. I just realised that there's no compost bucket that we can compost. So whoops. So all we're going to do is top and tail the garlic, take the skin off, and we're going to throw it in. Because we're putting it in a blender. Why do more? Oops. That was maybe a little too much, but should be right. We're putting it in the Vitamizer. Oh, open up. There we go. So I've got to keep an eye on the water, because we don't want that boiling over. Haha, caught you. Tried to escape. Whoops. What the? Wow. This was the soft one, it appears. Bonk. Alright. Now we need a bucket. Bucket. And now we have a bucket. Bucket, oh, onions. Right, what's next? What else are we putting in? Half a cup of Parmesan. Here's some we prepared earlier. That's not where the cup measures are. Half a cup of Parmesan. Boom. Wasn't quite a full half cup, so we're going to put a little more in. Alright, so the basil's in, the garlic's in, half cup Parmesan. Now we are going to put this, we're going to pulse this a little bit, then we're going to add some olive oil. So we'll just do that, give me a sec. Yeah, that's what I thought. Open the lid. Not working. Alright, so we're going to put the half a cup of olive oil in there. You get that running. grab half a cup. We'll see if this changes anything. I don't overly want to stick the hand in it. There we go. That got it moving. Damn. It's not a lot of pesto. You thought it would be, right? I thought it would be. There we go. Speaking of which, have a little go at it. Ooh. Nom 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 nom. Alright. So I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in. I'm going to give it another couple of pulses. Yeehaw! Nope, not that much. Oh, there it is. Ah. That is really strong. It's tasty, but it is really strong. So, I'm no longer concerned that that is such a small amount. It's like we condensed it or something. Alright, in the meantime, we are going to get our bacon. Now, the actual recipe says 3 to 5 strips of bacon. Or more, I won't judge you. So we're going to use 200 grams. We're going to use 200 grams of bacon. Which looks to be about 6 rashers. Ow. I nicked my finger sword fighting the other day. Not my best move. But here we are. Oop, wrong one. Alright, so now I always do this a little differently. The recipe says to cook the bacon and then chop it up. I always find that it is easier to chop it up before we do before I do the cooking, and then cook it in squares. Right, so it looks like there's 7 rashers. Oh no. Now, could I cut these rinds off with the larger knife? Yes. Do I just simply find it a little bit easier doing it with the smaller knife? Yes. That water's getting there. So I will be, there is another one of Arek's recipes. It's a dessert. It's another orange one, but that requires 2 hours of allowing dough to rise. So I'm going to do that one on time lapse. So that one, we will be doing that one, but it will be pretty much only on YouTube for that one. Because sitting around for that long is not exactly scintillating viewing. Whereas if I can fast forward those hours of sitting around doing nothing, much better viewing, in my opinion. See, now we're dealing with sharp knives again. I finally got off my butt and sharpened my knives. Alright, so that's that chopped up. We will chop up the mozzarella momentarily. Mozzarella and... may as well. Alright, so again, the recipe here calls for 1 to a half box of cherry tomatoes. I have no idea what a box of cherry tomatoes is in the US. So here, here we are using just a pack of them, which is 250 grams. Using 250 grams of cherries, and that's it. So all I'm doing is halving them, and they will go into the bowl, ready for the pasta. Whoops. Yeah, that one wasn't exactly in half. Let's try doing that a bit better. So I'm not bothering topping and tailing these. I don't see there's not enough top and tail to worry about that, in my opinion. For cherries, I suppose you can. It's up to you. Just realised I put the bacon on top of the bowl that I'm going to put everything in. Alright, so we've halved the cherry tomatoes. We're going to take our mozzarella bowl. We're taking the whole thing. And we are going to put this, we're going to slice it up in small bits, and we're going to chuck that in the bowl as well. Coming along. Right, so the recipe calls for this to be sliced into small pieces. I know what small pieces are. Bite size, snack size, size of your fingernail. So I'm going to kind of go for 1 centimeter-ish chunks. So I guess, you know, you call that bite-sized. We'll see how we go. You could. I don't see that there's any reason that you couldn't tear this up, just absolutely tear it apart. That would be entirely up to you. But having not cut a mozzarella bowl like this before, I have been interested to give it a go. going to give us long strands. I probably should have cut it lengthways first. However, live and learn. Woohoo. Yep. Yeah, there it is. Alright, we'll flatten that. If we can flatten that out a little bit, I might get away with this. Might just get away with it. Not that big. Okay. There we go. So we got some nice cubes out of this. We're getting cubes. We're getting cubes. Where'd you go, music? Where'd the music go? Oh, no, they are crumbled. That's fine. Alright, this is going to be a little bit less civilized. Because, you know, civilized. There we go. Boom. That is a lot of mozzarella. Alright, that looks like the water is pretty much ready to go. Gonna crumble up the mozzarella. Woohoo! Big chunks of mozzarella. I'm actually thinking that if we put the pasta in hot, then if we put the pasta in hot, then it's likely that it's going to melt the mozzarella a little bit, depending on how hot we put it in. Basically, all I'm doing here, the reason I'm doing this the slow way, is I'm just trying to break up the squares of the mozzarella so that they're less sticky together. This would probably happen as I stirred it in anyway, but I figure if I do a bit of it now, it's going to make it a bit easier in the long run. But we'll see. A lot of mozzarella. Come back. How you doing, Rach? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Yep, we are doing pasta. Doing Arek's pesto pasta. Like, that smells so tomatoey right now. Looks pretty good too. Alright, that looks to be ready, so let's throw the pasta in. Again, the recipe doesn't even have pasta on the list of ingredients. So we're doing a half a kilo of pasta. And that should be ready in about 10 minutes. So, we now move on to the bacon. And we're almost there. We are very nearly there. We're going to heat that up just a teeny bit. We'll put a splash of olive oil in. Just to note, I tend to, bacon in itself, usually, you're gonna have, you're usually gonna have enough of the fat dissolving into the pan to make it not stick. I do occasionally put the olive oil in just for a bit of, it gives me an idea of how hot it is because of the viscosity of the oil. But it also acts as just that little bit of a layer with the initial bacon going in. So, that said, we've also got a ton of olive oil in the blender that is going into in the pesto that is going into all of this anyway. So I find it amusing that there is an equal amount of pasta and cheese. Alright, that looks good enough. Probably not hot enough, but we're gonna go anyway. We're going! Wait! I should start a 10-minute timer. Timer going. Ah. So here we are at bacon again. Rach, I'm still trying to figure out how this has no pasta in the recipe. Okay, so it has pasta in the method section. That, cook your pasta al dente in accordance with the instructions on the pack. But in the ingredients list, there's no pasta. So we're back on bacon. And this, again, how far you cook this is up to you. If you like crispy, chewy bits of bacon, then cook it there. If you like heated through chewy bits of bacon, do it there. As most everyone has figured out by now, I like my bacon sort of halfway in between. Bacon. I'm looking at all this mozzarella. I just can't help myself. Should actually have it, you know. Yes, Denethor, it is possible to eat a tomato without having all the juice come spilling down your lip. Denethor or Denethor? Can't remember. Let's find out. Denethor, I was right. Twas Denethor. So I've just turned the heat down on the bacon, just to slow it down a little bit. But you can see that is sizzling away nicely. So I'll probably turn that off shortly because I don't think I want it too much more done than this. No, a little bit more. Buddy, that is not the place you want to be. Okay, I'll be back in just a moment. And we're back. Sorry about that. There was a mid-range huntsman spider had decided to crawl up my leg. And was missing a couple of legs of his own, so I took him outside. Put him in the fernery. He did want some pasta salad. I'm going to turn that off. Okay. Alright. Bacon. He may have met the kitties, yes. But he is now out in the fernery where there is plenty of little foods for him. So hopefully he'll be okay. Pasta salad a la insect. Yes. Or, you know, he'd seen me at some previous time, save some other credit. He went, "Hey buddy, help me out here." I'm like, "Okay, come on, out you come." Ah. Alright, pasta's nearly done. Just needs a little bit more. Then we'll give it a rinse. We'll throw everything into the pot, stir it up and serve. That's it. I was going to say about another minute. I looked up at the timer and it was 50 seconds. Ta-da. I can hear the gas on, and I keep thinking I've left the gas on for the bacon. It's freaking me out. Yeah, there was a time in my life when looking down and seeing a spider about that big on my leg, I would have just torn out of here screaming. Rather large arachnophobe was I when I was young. I pinpointed the incident of how I got to be arachnophobic, but yeah. Come a long way since then. Whoops. Alright, the alarm is technically finished. Have we like muted the tab or something? No? Okay. Alright, let's get this pasta going. Hot things are hot. I was not expecting that to be so warm. Alright, there we go. Tilt that off a little bit. Drain the water. Right, let me shove that in the bowl. It's mildly drained bacon. Let me shove that in the bowl. Got a feeling it should have been more bacon. Alright, we'll deal with that later. Now, pesto. Going to need the spatula. just scraping as much of this out as I can. We'll take the whole thing apart to get as much out as we can, because there is a heat caught around the blender bit that we will deal with momentarily. Alright. Whoops. Because I want to get all of this. Because while it is strong, you've seen there's not a huge amount of it. So just going to get as much of this out as we can. That'll do. Lick the sharp bits. Yeah, let's not. Alright, now we thoroughly mix. So the idea is that we want to get this pesto working around it as much as we can through the whole thing. Oops. I'm glad I went, I don't know, do I really need the gigantic bowl? I went, self? What's the worst that can happen? You don't use the whole gigantic bowl? Turns out, how you doing, Upright? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. You're not late, I'm early. And I'm spilling everywhere. Trying to get this mixed. How you doing this fine Thursday? Damn, that's a big chunk of the pesto there. Let's just get that going. So the pasta has really taken on the green of the pesto. It is making it somewhat simpler than I thought it was going to be to recognize where the pesto is mixed in well and where it isn't. Woke up and got a package from outside and found out it was wet. Yeah, outside is quite wet at the moment. However, this is starting to look very appetizing. Well, it's always looked appetizing. But now as that pesto spreads through and it just, the pasta has gone green. I'm having a right giggle at that. That the pasta is green. And that small amount of pesto, I don't know if you can see it on that camera, but that small amount of pesto has literally coated everything. Purple Nurple 1985, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. So, yeah, this is not the look I thought it was going to have. But there we go. Ah! I'll just fleck it all over the place. It'll be fine. It's alright, I washed these countertops before I started. As always. So, here we go. I'm going to put that in a bowl. And we're going to take a photo. Then we're going to eat it. Get a bit more bacon on the net. Yeah, there we go. I may end up putting some more salt and pepper on this. We'll see in a minute. We will find out if it's the best salad ever. I don't think I'm going to go that far. There is certainly some nom flavors in it. My battery is too low for flash photography. So, improvise, adapt, and overcome. We'll see. All right. So here we go. Arek's Pesto salad. Pasta salad. As taken from the Morcster Chef by Actus. Here we go. You can understand why Ming ate this with her hands. It's okay. I'm actually thinking there wasn't enough pesto. Everything else seems to be like in nice proportion there. I think there just needed to be a bit more pesto. Bit more salt, kicks it all up nicely. It was a real burn in the pesto when it was just itself, but that's pretty much gone. The tomatoes add a really nice burst of flavor, and the bacon, of course. The mozzarella, oh, there it is. There's that pesto kick. Aha, found some. Mozzarella is actually more of a texture than a flavor at the moment. Oh. Yeah, definitely a little bit of salt helps. Just got the perfect mix of mouthful. As I'm going through it, I'm starting to get that little bit of that burn from the pesto, and not a chili burn, but like spike of flavor rather than burn, I suppose. But the more I'm eating it, the more of that I'm getting as the pesto like comes up and takes over that little bit. It's not eradicating the other flavors, but it's getting that bigger and bigger aftertaste on the palate. Yeah, put a little bit more pepper in. Normally, that much pepper in this much food would definitely, my palate would definitely notice it. but it's really not this time. So yeah. I'm trying to decide, because as I'm going through this, I'm figuring that I don't need more pesto. That pesto just is taking its time at the start, and the further you work your way into it, the more of that real pesto taste you're getting. It's almost like it's cumulative. So, which is really interesting. This is tasty. This would be really good on a hot summer's day served cold. Like chilled. So yeah, I wouldn't say this is stunning. It is tasty though. As attested by the fact that I'm still eating it. It's got that little bit of burn from the pesto. So obviously you could do this without the bacon, depending on whether you eat cheese or not. But if you did it without the bacon, I would definitely put some more pesto in. And as Upright says, punch it up with a heap of pepper. So yeah, that's okay. Well, you know, I am licking the bowl. Must lick the bowl. Whew. The actress does play it up a little bit in the books. You know, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever had. Whenever Arek cooks anything. And I get that. I get the meaning of what it's meant to be. But as I sit here and start to eat the big bowl, look, this is simple fare. It's tasty. And it's taken us about an hour. And that's with me faffing around a little bit as well. So, that is pretty good. Alright, I'm going to stop eating out of that bowl. Uh-oh, coffee tray. Where's the coffee tray? And a stretch. Relocating the spider was important, yes. Ugh, coffee tray. There you go, have that with a cup of coffee down the cafe. That'd be nice. Ah! Oi! Oh. It's been a rough couple of days, obviously. Oh shit. Oh no, it's Thursday. That's fine. It's all good. Oh. Oh. Feed the spider some bacon? Nah, the spider's out the fernery. It can find its own bacon. Thanks, Rach. Spardo. Don't worry about the petty. They'll try to take all the calluses off of my feet. Rancho Relaxo. Mud, fluffy headbands. Do we get slices of zucchinis on our eyes? Or does that cost extra? Now, it's not that special, he says, as he continues to pick at the big bowl. Only the best for us. I might eat the zucchini slice, yes. Tiger, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Shout out for the tiger. Do we get a shout out? Looks like no. Boo. How you doing, Tiger? Lovely, lovely Tiger. If you're not watching Tiger when she streams, go watch Tiger when she streams. She's awesome. How's your holiday? Are you back from your holiday yet? Oh, no, she's got the phone. We're just sitting here. We've eaten. Tiger got in just in time. Silly thing not working. What do we got? Click player. Let's see if we can refresh it. Nah. Oh well. Let's sigh. Ow. Alright, so that was Arek's Pesto Pasta Salad from the Morcster Chef books, 3 books in the series by Actus. We're just going to continue going through until I either run out of recipes or no. I think the series is finished. So one way or the other. We'll pretend there was an awesome clip of Tiger being sweet and cute and probably getting jump scared. Exactly. Would I make it again and would I serve it to others? Would I make it again? For a summer? Yes. As a summer, like height of summer, out of the fridge, yes I would do it again. Would I serve it to others? Absolutely. I think this would be something that would very easily go on the table as a side dish. I probably wouldn't serve it as the main attraction, but definitely as swear. I did not swear 8 times. Yeah, this would be a something on the side and not the main attraction. So, yeah. So like doing a summer barbecue. Yeah. Yep. This would be great as your salad dish, or one of your salad dishes. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Good side dish for a summer barbecue. Exactly. That would be perfect. Yeah, like I said, probably wouldn't serve it as the main attraction though. I would not build the experience around this. But yes, I would do it again. Yes, I would serve it to others. So there we go. Yay! I should do more of that. I need a run sheet. I need to put a run sheet up here on the cupboard. Did you do the thing? Yes. Did you do the other thing? Yeah, no. Yeah. So far, we've done what? This is the third recipe that we've done from it. And while nothing is a stellar standout for me yet, they are definitely edible. They are all definitely edible. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, I can see again. So, coming up, tomorrow we are back with Wardham and Jim Tour, and we will be doing, what will we be doing? We'll be playing some Terraria. Then we go round to next week, Tuesday with Satisfactory, again with Wardham and Jim Tour. Wednesday, we are putting Lobotomy Corporation on pause, and we will be starting Assassin's Creed Shadows, which, if I remember correctly, is being released either today or tomorrow. If it's released in the US on the 20th, then it's tomorrow. If it's today on the 20th, it's today. So yeah, yep. I'm gonna have to clean this counter again. So yeah, we'll be doing that on Wednesday. We will, however, be going back to Lobotomy Corporation once we are finished with Assassin's Creed. Make sure to pre-patch and check it runs. Yes, that is on the list. That is on the to-do list. That will probably be Monday, maybe. We'll see how we go. We've got a lot of shopping and sewing to do between now and then. Yeah, so got that going, and that's what's coming up. Then on Thursday we'll be back with another one of Arek's meals. Om nom nom. Reminder that about 9 days in April, around the 16th to the something, I won't be here. We won't have our regularly scheduled channel. We will be doing other things. I'll be off to a medieval festival with fighting and drinking and stuff. Rach Mackey's absolutely convinced it's today, and I couldn't explain the time difference to him. That is entirely possible, Rach. Yeah, that is entirely possible. I'm just so used to it with Warframe. They'll just go, hey, we got a new update coming out today. And it's like, yeah, we'll get it tomorrow. So anyway, that's what's going on. That's what's coming up. We seem to have lost the lovely Tiger Girl, unfortunately. Boo. Given his wife lives in England, I thought it'd be a bit easier. Right? Yeah. Yeah, a bit like that, isn't it, Rach? But that said, I would not put it past Mackie to live on England time. That, you know, he is awake. He wakes up at English like 8 o'clock in the morning and goes to bed at like 10 o'clock English at night, rather than actually working on the Australian cycle. It's okay. It's released on the 20th, right? That's what the stuff says. It's released on the 20th. If that's the 20th in America, which often it is, that means it's the 21st for Australia. I had to teach Mackie to make his missus a cup of tea every 30 minutes for the first time she was over. Right? Oh, it's England. Oh, you're in English. We shall do you a cup of tea. Oh, you haven't had tea for 3 seconds. Quick, another cup of tea. Oh yeah, I get that, but sometimes the other way around, and we get it hours early. Yeah, that's possible. I just could not justify the extra $50 nearly $50 for a couple of extra bonusy things that you got with the regular pack anyway. And I'm like, you got very little for that extra $50. You know, used to be you'd get a statue and stuff, but you don't anymore. So yeah, that's what's coming up. That's what's going on. Fun times ahead. Right, she's getting many physical things like maps and statues and things. Yeah. I got the digital version. I suppose you could buy that. That was expensive though. Upright, I want physical things like Rach in my kitchen. You never know, she might come down for a visit. You should feel privileged, Rach, you know, getting to be in Amos's kitchen. When I go there, I stand at the counter and just stand outside of the kitchen. That's, yeah. I was supposed to be down at the beginning of the month, but like, cyclone? Well, yeah, that's a reason. That's a decent reason. Ah, thanks, Upright. I can be in your kitchen too. Yay. Yeah, just the tippy toes, Rach. You'll be fine. Just the tippy toes. Alright, so that's everything we've got for the day. I'm done. I'm out. I have cooked and made things. And I'm still eating it. Upright, it's when I'm actually using all the kitchen, it becomes scary to enter. Yeah. Yeah, if someone else is using the kitchen, I'm sort of like, I'll be over here. Okay, yep. You go do your thing. Steam is inconclusive of the release of Shadows. Yeah. Well, it doesn't worry me because I'm not starting it until Wednesday anyway. So, it's available, but also still available for pre-purchase. Yeah, so it's not released. If it's a pre-purchase, then it hasn't been released yet. That's simple as that. Yeah. Doesn't worry me. I'm not doing it for another 6 days. Well, I'll do it. I'll have a little test run at some point just to make sure it all works. I got to make sure I've got to get my PS5 hooked up to the stream anyway. I haven't actually done that yet. Time. Oh, it has both inconclusive. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. Maybe I'll deal with that Saturday. We'll see how much time I've got. Maybe I'll deal with it Monday. Maybe I'll just deal. I should actually write down that we did 500 grams of pasta. There we go. All right. Ta-da. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just being you. Hopefully we will see everybody. Tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see everyone tomorrow. If we don't, we'll see when you see it. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video, please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.